Hey friends, happy Wednesday. It's November 11th, which means yesterday I released my new collection, the Sonoran Sketchbook collection. It's totally something I should have vlogged. Just thank you for bearing with me as I still get used to filming what I'm doing, what I'm working on. I have some days that are truly so busy that I either A, don't think about filming, or B, there's like nothing to film. So trust me when I say yesterday for the launch day, I sat in this chair, which is new. I'll show you those in a second. But I sat in this chair from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. without moving, except to get the mail and make lunch. It was just go, go, go. I typically release collections at 11 Central, and then I give my email list an hour early access at 10, but I still had a lot of work to do on the website behind the scenes, and then I have to send the email and post on Instagram and all of that stuff. Like, even for me still, when I say it out loud, it sounds like, oh, that'll take 5 minutes, but it takes so much time because you have to recrop the photos the right size and make graphics, and posting on Instagram takes longer than 1 minute because you might say the wrong thing, like stumble over your words, like re-record. There's a lot that goes into it. So I was just sitting in front of my computer, which is so boring. But the new collection is out. I have made some fun videos about it. I will either put those in here or link them below. That's the other tricky thing with video content, is that all my content here obviously is filmed horizontal, but then all of my social media content is filmed vertical. And I'm trying to film clips that can be used dual, so like they're horizontal, but I can just crop them here 9:16 this way. It's like a whole thing. Let me know if you can relate. So my plan is to do a little studio clean because it just kind of got messy with needing to be focused yesterday. And my big to-do is that I need to quote a mural project today. I actually have to send 3 quotes because we are comparing between like a hand-painted mural versus a printed mural. If you remember this mural I installed at Eastside Co-op grocery store. This mural was 8 feet tall by 32 feet wide. It was broken into 8 panels. These were the limited edition prints I released of it. I actually have some left over. They're signed and numbered. I didn't sell all 100. So I'm gonna get those online, and by the time you see this, they'll be up. So I'll link those below. This mural was printed on vinyl. It was just a faster option so we could get the art installed right away. That's one option, or I could hand paint it, or this client could hang my prints at a large scale. So I'm basically giving them 3 quotes today. So that'll probably take me a decent amount of time to sit down and of course do all the math and lay it all out for them. So that's like my main to-do today. And of course I need to start packing orders that came in from the new collection. If you were one of them, thank you so much. The calendar is out now. Where is that? They are right here. I'm so glad they're finally out in the world and I get to reveal them. So I need to start packing orders, but I'm not like, and I didn't really pack a lot of them yesterday because today's Veterans Day, so there's no mail service, but I'll definitely be shipping a lot of orders Thursday and Friday, and probably over the weekend too, if I'm gonna be honest. With self-isolation, stay home, I do think I work more often. Because there's just not as much to do. There's not as much, you know, events to go to. You're not going out to dinner with friends or, you know, having people over. It's just different. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with my time? If there's orders to pack, I'm gonna pack them on a Saturday, you know? All right, I'll stop procrastinating now and let's clean. Happy Thursday. I don't know what it is, man. Every single week, without fail, when Thursday comes around, I don't understand how it's Thursday, even when I'm really productive. This week, I worked part of Saturday, all day Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were the most productive days ever. And still when Thursday gets here, I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel like I've done enough this week, or like, where did the time go? It's bizarre. I went to the post office this morning. Since it was Veterans Day yesterday, I wanted to get there this morning. And then not only did I release a new collection this week, I was on the other side being a customer, anxiously waiting for a new collection to release, and I just snagged it. Robbie D. Kristi is a YouTuber I really like. I only started watching her this year, which is so funny, and she's become one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been living under a rock, apparently. And then speaking of living under a rock, her collection is with Colourpop, and I have only had one Colourpop product all these years, but I made an order on their website a couple weeks ago to get a Christmas gift for a friend. I have started shopping early, and I was like, I wanted free shipping, so I added a couple things to my cart to try out, and I have a new obsession with their lip oils. I grabbed it. This is their Lux Lip Oil in the shade Playa Vista, and I have been literally keeping this on my desk and reapplying it. I like it so much. I texted my friend and she was like, do you not have Colourpop products? And I'm like, I don't know what rock I've been living under. This is great. This is like a combo between a lip gloss and a lip oil. I have no other makeup on, but it still kind of elevates, and it's just the perfect amount of tint, not too much color. Before I got this, I did also buy similar product, which is a lip jelly by the brand Tower 28. I've been seeing a lot of people rave about that online, so I tried it out. Which is funny, I haven't bought new makeup in a long time. I will say I really like the color of it. The shade I got is like a perfect match to my lips, but it's certainly more sticky, like a true traditional lip gloss, which is fine. But now that I have tried this formula, I'm pretty hooked. So all that to say, Kristi's new collection came out today with Colourpop, and I had to get a few things. I did get one of her lip oils. It's more of like a clear, pearlescent one. It's not glittery. And then there's an eyeshadow palette, some like eyeliners. So I snagged a couple things. I'm kind of surprised because, you know, a lot of times those things sell out, but I only had to wait in line in the checkout for a few minutes. The whole collection is like forest and mushroom inspired because she lives in Washington in the Pacific Northwest. And when I saw it, I was so excited because I have recently been really inspired to paint mushrooms. I saw a ton of mushrooms this summer when we went hiking in Duluth with our friends in Minnesota, and I saw them on the mountain bike trails sometimes as well. And I have been thinking that they would be like the cutest whimsical thing to paint, and they would have so much possibility for me with like different textures and details, and using my Technicolor hues I like so much. So I had been inspired, and I had been starting to pull reference photos and do some sketches and paintings. And then before she announced her collab, she had posted a video about her surprise baby shower, and the whole thing was like mushroom forest themed, and that kind of sealed the deal. I was like, okay, these are so cute. I love mushrooms. So I've been starting to paint them, and then when this collection came out, I keep holding this like this is the collection. This is not part of the collection, but the palette has mushrooms all over the front in watercolor, which is so cute. Perfect for me. So I was like, okay, I have to get it. But all that to say, I want to show you guys a couple of my mushroom paintings. These are like very rough. I was just playing, but I really want to practice and get used to painting the shapes and seeing what I can do with color. Like for me now at this point, painting cacti are like very second nature. I can paint so many different kinds from memory, and I would like to get to that point with mushrooms too. So I'll show you. Here are two of my pieces. Let's turn the ISO down a touch so you can see the true colors. Ooh, I love these. And you guys know my new collection this week was the Sonoran Sketchbook collection. I love and treasure sketches, and sometimes I think like I like these just as much, if not more, as a super refined piece. So I have to say I really like these as is. Like many of the art prints I sell were sketches, and I was like, that should be a print. Like I just love when they're so loose and pure and raw, and it's like the first attempt, you know. It's funny, like I feel like I have to have a disclaimer that's like, these are sketches, like I haven't developed my style and my idea with them yet, but then on the other hand, I think they're really cool as is. So I just thought I would share my inspiration and this starting point. And when I look at these, I feel like there is so much possibility, which is always a great feeling for creativity. I want to have that feeling where I could just paint it and paint it and paint it forever. I still feel that way with cacti. I still have like hundreds of ideas in my head that I can pursue over the years, and when you find that with a new subject, it's really exciting. So I'm going to continue playing with these. Editing page here. I actually realized that this makeup collection inspires me so much, especially the color palette, that I am going to make a video making paintings inspired by the palette and the collection. I got my shipping confirmation from Colourpop. My order is supposed to be here November 25th, which is next week, Wednesday, before Thanksgiving. And I put it in my calendar and I'm gonna sit down and film that video as soon as it arrives. I think it'll be cool, something I haven't done before. I've seen artists like actually paint with eyeshadow. I'm not gonna do that because I wanna keep my shadows nice and use them, but I'm definitely gonna do some mushroom and forest paintings using that palette. And the palette has a mix of like reds, greens, and golds. So there's a lot of variety in there, and we'll see what we create, so stay tuned for that video. To paint those, I used like 2 of my favorite watercolor sets, but I did get a new watercolor set in the mail, and I'll give you just a quick look at it. It's in this metal tin. I still need to unpackage all of the colors, and truly, I don't know that much about this palette. I watched a couple YouTube videos, but the palette is a different name on those videos, but I think it's the same palette, so I'm not sure. We'll see. This palette that I love is by Davenport. You guys know I love her art supplies, so well loved. But when I watched videos of the palette that I think is the same as this, like I said, different name, not sure exactly, but the girl who was talking said that many of the colors felt identical to her Jane Davenport palettes, and also the consistency, the texture of the paints, which really excited me because these are like so pigmented. I still consider them watercolor, but they almost lean to be a gouache, almost. This color though, this blue color, it's a gouache as far as I'm concerned. And I used that color for like all the blue tones in this painting. I don't know, it's hard, I guess it's hard to say. It does perform like a watercolor, but it is so opaque that you're like, whoa, is this a gouache? Like, you don't really know. But anyway, based on those reviews, I do think this palette is going to be good. This is what it is. It's by Sargent Art. And besides the YouTube videos, I was just reading Amazon reviews, and the reason I got this is that my dad has been so sweet to share, like, he gets these points at work that like give you Amazon credit essentially. So recently he's been sharing some of them with me, so he was like, yeah, you can get whatever you want. So I picked this out, and you guys know I also love these Jane Davenport paintbrushes. They look very like silly, but they're actually good brushes. And for the way I paint, I really like them. But her collections aren't really sold at Michael's anymore. I don't think they're gonna come back unless she does a new collection maybe, but most of it is gone or on clearance. But you can still get her supplies directly from her website or from Amazon, and maybe from Spellbinders or American Crafts, which are like the 2 brands she collaborates with to make these products. But when I got this with the point, I also got a second set of these brushes, and my plan is to keep these very perfect and like wash them right away, because I just used this brush the other day. I love it, but mine is like stained blue because I used blue watercolor to paint a water scene, and I think it's because I didn't wash it soon enough, but I'm gonna wash this right away. I also have this one and I can't find it. I'm sure it'll turn up, but haven't seen it in a while. And yeah, it even comes with this little like cap that you put on the fish brush here, and I haven't been doing that with my other one, so I'll put it on this one. So I'll try to do that to keep it really nice. And anyway, last thing I'm gonna say before I get back to work is that I haven't opened this palette yet and taken all the packaging off, because I'm planning to film like an unboxing, setting up a new watercolor palette video with this, and it's killing me because I really just want to like rip this all open, but I know it would make a good video, so I'm going to be patient. And so randomly, I have a video that I filmed in college when I was like my 4th or 5th year of my architecture degree, and it was called Setting Up a New Watercolor Palette. And actually, I think I have it right here. This is it. It was like this plastic blank palette you can buy. Look at this. Woo! Wow, I hadn't even noticed how many of the colors aren't even in here anymore. I thought there was at least product, but this makes me really nostalgic actually, because I painted so many pieces in my college bedroom when I was first starting to work more with watercolor, and like I first started my print shop. And I just think that's one of the coolest things about art supplies too, is like This was truly like the cheapest set. Like I got this little palette at the local art store in San Luis Obispo, and then the paints were by Royal and Langnickel, and my mom got them for me at like TJ Maxx for $8. I know this because I just rewatched the video. So, you know, this was like a $15 setup, but I made so much art with it, and art that I still sell in my shop to this day. And that's why I have always said I am not someone who needs or thinks you need like the fanciest supplies ever. Sometimes I love these silly paintbrushes, and you know, like even this is like a brush from Michaels. A lot of Michaels brushes that are like $3 I think are the best, and I just think that's so cool that you can have so little but create so much with it. So that makes me happy. But anyway, I had filmed a video setting up this palette, and the video has 172,000 views now. Like what? So crazy. Like I still get comments on that video regularly, and like the views keep going up. And it was really funny actually. I don't know if this happens because I'm logged into my YouTube account, but when I was searching for a palette review video of this new palette, when I searched, my video was like 6th on the list, which really could be because it was my video, but maybe it's turning up in search results that much. I don't really know. So that's why I'm being patient, because I'm like, okay, if you're setting up a new paint palette, you probably should film it, because who knows, it could be really popular and helpful for people. I don't know, maybe there was some like special magic with this palette, because this one is really just going to be taking the papers off of each color, but this one, it was wet tube watercolors, and I squeezed them into each well of the palette, and maybe that was like satisfying for people to watch on video. Beats me. I don't really know. The other thing is that there are so many comments on that video that are like, how does this work? Don't the watercolors dry out? How do you use them? How should I dry them? And I don't think people realize like the watercolors can dry, and then they can be re-wet and like reactivated with water anytime after they dry. So maybe that was why like people were curious. It's such a mystery to me, but that's why I'm waiting. Okay, it's 1 o'clock and I have a lot of things I want to accomplish today, so I gotta go. All right, I'm packing orders now, and I have a postcard order. It's a 10-pack, and when I do postcards, I always let you guys do a mix and match, so you can pick the cards you want. For greeting cards, you can pick your 5-pack or your 8-pack or your 10-pack, and for postcards, there's a 5 and a 10, I think. For Liliana's order, she would like one each of Prickly Pop, Cherry Bloom, Sonoran Jungle right here, and Cacti Sun Garden, and then 2 each of November Night, Groovy Sunset, and Hidden Treasure. This was a little fail. I just printed out a sheet of labels, and I forgot to turn off my guidelines, so they all printed with a black ring. Luckily it was only one sheet, and I can use these just to stick on the outside of packages or something. But I printed a new sheet, and I just packaged the postcards, and since this is one of my new compostable bags, I wanted to make sure customers know that, so I added a little tagline right there. Hello, it's me again. Right now, as I'm talking to you, it's November 20th. I'm gonna upload this video right now, but I just wanted to let you know what's coming. Since this vlog, I have completely rearranged my studio, which is why I'm in this different spot. And quick note, I realized I never talked about these chairs I found. They are so beautiful. Never used to be a blue gal, but look what I'm becoming. But I will link these below. I'm not sure I'll be able to find the exact color and style combo, but I did find some with the exact same fabric and then some in the same style, but like a darker blue. I'll link what I can find. So anyway, I did rearrange this whole space. That shelf used to be here, and I have moved it. And this is, I think, the best studio setup I've ever had. I have a really great system for packing orders, which is really important this time of year, so I can get to everything, and I have a workspace, and then I have some designated painting spaces that can get a lot more messy, and then this is kind of my desk area. I didn't film it. I really should have. In the next vlog, I will show you the new setup, and I think it will be interesting. Even though it's all the same pieces, I didn't buy anything new. It's cool to see how much it's changed the space. Lastly, I just wanted to mention, since it's the 20th today, We are a week away from the big weekend, which is Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. It feels so different this year because I'm usually doing Phoenix Flea on Small Business Saturday, which is my biggest event of the year. So I'm usually hustling doing that. But the bright side is I can spend more time online doing fun things for you guys. So I'm definitely gonna try and do some fun offers. Last year I did something called Poppe packs based on my last name. Orders over a certain amount came with a Poppe pack, which included a 5x7 print, a sticker, and a button pin that I selected for you based on your order, like what I thought you would like. So I do plan to do that again this year, if not something really similar. And then I actually am thinking tomorrow I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and I think I'm gonna call it like Technicolor Saturday, kind of like as a play on Black Friday, where I'll do some fun offers for everything in my shop that is Technicolor Botanical or some other kind of offer. Kind of crazy because it's tomorrow and I haven't like worked out all the details, but I'm gonna plan it out right now and tease it. So if you're interested in that, head over to my Instagram and the details will be posted there, and then that will be live on Saturday. I think I might do like a little gift with purchase too. Anything that's fun. I like to have fun this time of year, do some different things. And then next week I will be releasing my holiday collection. Holiday greeting cards, hand-painted ornaments, and holiday art prints for the first time ever. So all that to say, it's just a fun time. I'm trying to make it fun too online as much as I can. I've been trying to do some lives. I'm planning to do some like Q&As where you can ask me for ideas of where to shop small from, because I know of a lot of small shops from being in the industry over the years. So if you want to keep up with me and collect my art for yourself or for gifting, I would love to share my art with you. The best place to do that is Instagram is always great. My username is Paige Poppe over there, but the really best place is my email list, and you can add your email at paigepoppe.com/join. It's usually the first link in the description box. So I'll also be sending out the details for like Technicolor Saturday tomorrow for that. So I'll see you there, and I know it's been a while since I uploaded, but I'm trying to get back on track. Bear with me. If I'm not here, I'm somewhere else. So come find me, come hang out, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!